Excel has a feature called AutoSum, and it's so useful. It's on the Home ribbon tab. We spend so much time doing data entry, of course, we'd want to see the value of the data that we're putting in. So we can do that easily with AutoSum. Let's take this. During January, these are all the units sold for my products. If I want to find out the total amount of products that were sold during January, I can place the cursor here at the bottom of all my data and click the AutoSum button on the top right-hand side of the Home ribbon tab. It's going to put in the formula. In fact, here I can see that it's just done my work for me. It's put in a sum function, and it's summing cell B2 through B6. I'll hit the Enter key, and there's my total. A nice thing about AutoSum, and I'll delete this, is that I can sum everything all at once. I'm going to click and drag with my mouse and select the bottom of all of these columns. If I click the AutoSum button, it's instantly going to populate with that data. In fact, if I click inside each cell, I can look in the formula bar and see what it's calculating. In March, it's doing column D. In February, it's summing column C, and so on. The really neat thing about AutoSum is that it's not just for summing. If I click the down arrow next to AutoSum, I can find the average, the highest value, even the lowest value in the series. For example, let's find out the highest number of units sold during January. I could also do that for the lowest. It also works going vertically. Let's go to the end and do a different tally. This time I want to see the total amount of units sold per product. So I'll select it this way and click AutoSum again. This time I get a completely new set of sums because it's summing across. And again, I can do the same thing. I can find the averages, the highest value, or the lowest value. I can also copy formulas if I've worked hard to create one myself. I'm going to type in my sum formula manually, equals sum, and I'll click and drag to select these cells, and I'll close out my parentheses and hit the Enter key. Here's my value, but remember autofill? When we hover the mouse over the bottom right-hand side of a cell, it's going to change to a crosshair icon, and when that happens, I can click and drag all the way across. What that's going to do is copy the formula all the way across. As you can see, if I click on each cell, I see all the different sums. As a matter of fact, I can double-click inside a cell, and it's going to show me the exact formula. So I can either look at it in the formula bar up here, or I can double-click on it. But either way, it's helping me copy that formula. And I can also do it downwards too, just like I could with AutoSum. So that's how you can copy formulas, and you can use AutoSum to figure out sums, averages, highs and lows very quickly right from the Home ribbon tab.